I know my channel is not a commentary channel, and this is my second video on this subject, but this is one of the biggest events on YouTube, and it is viewed as a two-sided issue, while really, there's a third side. First, I want to give some background on the situation. If you dwell under the rock, or above the age of 30, there's a channel called T-Series which is getting up and challenging the #1 YouTuber, who is Pewdiepie. The reason this is so important to YouTube's ecosystem is that T-Series is a multi-billion-dollar corporation which makes music videos, and having a corporation on the top of YouTube is against the original idea of YouTube, which is normal people becoming famous and earning money due to their talent alone. For the past 5 months, Pewdiepie has barely stayed on top and was surpassed twice. But the reason I want to make this video is because there's an overlooked third point. I believe neither of them are fit to be #1, and you should support smaller YouTubers who might make better content than both of them. Before I reveal my position and the reasons behind it, I first want to show the flaws with both sides of the battle. When you watch T-Series or channels like it, for example Vivo in the US or any other music network channel, if you enjoy the artist's work, the ad revenue does not go to the artist, it goes to the people at T-Series or whatever corporation you are watching, and not the person who is actually entertaining you. Channels like this get tens of millions of subscribers, while singular artists will not even get close, even though they're the ones that deserve the fame and money. The people who own T-Series aren't going to make the content better from more views. Another problem with corporations and people who run their channels like corporations is that they care less about their reputation and content quality unless it affects their wallet. Supporting these channels will just inspire more of them to join, and YouTube will cease to be about the individual content creators and will be more like television, where corporations rule. The problem with television is that it is rampant with censorship and corporate greed, which were the reasons that most people ditched television in the first place to move to YouTube. T-Series is a meme on the internet, and most of their fans don't really care if you diss them, but Pewdiepie is one of the most respected individuals on the internet, but he still has major flaws for such a large channel. And I'm not talking about him being a racist or whatever the mainstream media lies about to get clicks, because that's obviously misinformation. The main reason why I dislike most of Pewdiepie's content is the same reason as T-Series. Pewdiepie's series, Meme Review, Why, You Laugh You Lose, and his Reddit videos, which are about one half of his videos, are all profiting off of other people's work. I know not all good YouTube content is original, and most isn't original, but he hardly adds anything to the material he is reviewing. Like T-Series, most of the time you're being entertained by the person who made the meme, the artist, and not Pewdiepie's minimal reactions. Now, there is nothing necessarily wrong with posting a video of you just reacting to memes or Reddit posts, but this is a lazy style of video that with experience could take 2 hours to make at the most, especially since he is not editing it. Now, I'm not saying all of Pewdiepie's content is low quality. He sometimes makes really good original content, but for someone who has millions of dollars to use for production quality, he should really be able to make much better videos. Most of the channels in the top 100 either fall into the same categories. T-Series are pre-established pop stars who move to YouTube to get more money, or rely on misleading thumbnails and titles to reach their spot. To show an example of a more original content creator that still has a major following, I would use the person in the 159th spot, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has a more original type of content, while he will do something absurd that only a small amount of people are rich or dedicated enough to do. Some of the things he has done are play Monopoly with real money, count to 100,000, buy all of the billboards in his town, give people tens of thousands of dollars, and other absurd things that are almost impossible for the average Joe. The difference between someone like Pewdiepie and someone like Mr. Beast is that anyone can look at memes or browse Reddit, but not everyone can witness a Monopoly game with real money, buy all the billboards in their town for memes, or see the reaction of giving a homeless guy $10,000. If anybody above 10 million deserves the #1 spot, it's him. Although Mr. Beast is a good example of a larger channel producing great original content, there are a lot of smaller channels that in my opinion make even better content than Mr. Beast. But it is obvious that some people put several times more effort than Pewdiepie or the T-Series executives into their videos. My personal favorite YouTuber is Lemon, who is someone who spends hundreds of hours on each video, and every one of them is unique and informative. He creates entertaining, documentary-esque videos on entirely different topics and expanding the viewer's knowledge on those topics in an informative and mimetic way. However, although both of these creators are more fit to be on the top than Pewdiepie, I would still recommend everyone subscribe to Pewdiepie, as not having an individual creator on the top of YouTube defeats the entire purpose of the site. However, instead of watching Pewdiepie, I would recommend supporting your favorite creators on this site, the one that makes you the most entertained. As in the name, that is what YouTube is all about. and perhaps one day we can have someone even better be on the #1 spot. I spent a while making this video, so make sure to dislike, unsubscribe, and leave a negative comment.